Hey everyone, we're back. It's GTS Gundam Lore, and hey, by all means, take a look. I have Jess back with me again. So,
hey guys, we're here. Let's do this. I'm ready to learn, man. You need to teach me.
So,
all right.
By all means, following back, this is gonna be awesome. Remember, again, all of our lovely information I pulled to make this video is from Gundam.fandom.com. So if you need looking for more lore or any sorts of that, or more what I've been talking about on this video, please go visit this website. So, but by all means, let's get on to the fun topic. So, Jess, what are we gonna be checking out today?
So today we're going to be checking out the RX-78 NT1 Gundam Alex. Now I know it's a very long name, but one of the weirdest things about this name is the last part of Alex. It's like the most generic name ever. Like, what was it? James Smith or something like that. But Alex actually has a really nice origin. The name Alex is a wordplay on the RX code. So Alex RX for the Gundam series, and also an acronym. Gundam is always full of acronyms, but this acronym stands for Armored Layers Experimental. So that's what we have here.
Yeah, so it's gonna be really cool, and basically this entire basically Gundam actually is located from the Mobile Suit series or movie War in the Pocket. So gotta check that out. Yes. But yeah. Let's keep on going. So what are we gonna do? So what makes this such a unique Gundam? So we're gonna go through a quick little breakdown on this bad boy here. So let's take a look at this guy. So here is some lovely image. So what do you think about this guy?
I mean, he's beautiful. I honestly wasn't a big fan of the Alex when I first saw him. I know Kevin, if he was here, he could attest to that. But I've kind of fallen in love with him ever since I've seen more pictures. And seeing Kevin's kit actually made me fall more in love with it. And this is a master grade, right? Right here, these pictures?
This is the second version of it. It is it's now the 2.0 of the Gundam Alex. And to make him really special, hey, check this out. Yeah, he's heavily armored.
Ooh, yeah.
Gotta love this.
Nice armor.
Oh, we love the bulky boys. I know Kevin and I both love these armor units, but... So
hey, you made me a lover of the armor units with your what's it called, the dual Gundam.
Yes.
I originally thought I was gonna like it without the armor, but I ended up loving it with the armor on. But anyway, we're talking about the Alex. Let's go.
So let's go with that first. So what makes it so unique is a little background about it. It was based on the RX-78-3, actually, believe it or not. But hey, here's something interesting. Wait, what happened to the RX-78-2?
What happened to it? That's a really good question. So the RX-78-3 was damaged and was transported with the RX-78-2 on the white base in the initial attack at Site 7, and later transported back to the hands of the Federation forces at Odessa. The technology that this was based around is the magnetic coating. So this magnetic coating is part of the joints, and they provide a much higher maneuvering performance than the previous version, which was the RX-78-2. So this is what the RX-78-3 brings.
Yeah, so it was a nicely improved unit, but unfortunately we never get to see it. But now, since they did move the prototype, the 78-3 into Odessa, and they actually took all that components and actually used that for the development of the prototype for the Alex Gundam. Now, saying that, it was extremely hard for a lot of old types, basically any of the regular human guys out there, just because of putting that in. But it was all designed because the 78-3 was sort of scrapped and was developed into the Alex. It was intended for Amuro Ray, and eventually, well, the 78-2 at the end of the 1 year war got the magnetic coating applied too.
Nice.
But moving through, what else is on the Alex?
Ooh, fancy. Look, we're stepping up the production over here, right?
Yeah. So with the development of the Alex, they brought out a 360-degree panoramic display. So it's a whole new sort of cockpit design, and they use a linear floating seat, which basically later on this entire setup actually been normalized with pretty much majority of every single suit out in existence after the 1 year war. Now, what makes it special? So this basically has a one single big 360-degree display which covers the entire cockpit inside. So the image is displayed in the cockpit, and the computer simulates the entire construction of the entire suit from the head, and basically showing the outside of it. But it's really smart because it takes away the main body now with all those cameras. So basically now you have no blind spots literally when you're actually piloting this sucker. It's really, really cool.
Wow. Yeah. It looks pretty slick. I mean, it kind of, when you say it, it kind of takes away the full suit. It kind of acts like a little swivel point. So kind of like, what is it called? Like a gyroscope?
Yeah,
what is that?
Like
a
sort of
stabilizer.
Like stabilizer. That's the right eye. Sort of what we've been using now in our cameras, actually. So that is so cool, actually. But do you notice something really interesting there, Jess?
What's up?
Where have you seen this type of image there before?
Oh, okay. So this type of image, I've seen it before, and I actually mentioned this, is the Sasabi, which I actually have here. The Master Grade Sasabi comes with a little pilot, obviously the Char, not just a little pilot. I don't know if you guys can see that. Ooh. Please. Okay, wait a second. We got this. There he is.
There we go. Hey. See?
So this is really cool. From what I remember, I think this is one of the only kits that actually features this whole thing. And I never knew why it was like that, but apparently, according to this is where the technology came from, right?
Yep. This is the story of the common research where they actually started developing around that cockpit system, which is really cool when they implemented it in there. It was way ahead of its time. And believe it or not, this dates back from the start of the 1 year war still. It's still fighting at that point. So, but yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah. But that's one piece of technology that sort of kept on going through time. So, the next piece, the Chobham armor. So, yeah, the bulkiness of this. So, the fun little acronym of this is the Ceramics Hybrid Outer Shell Blow Up Act On Materials. Holy shoot. Okay, it's just reactive armor for those who are the military guys, okay?
Just reactive armor. This thing essentially makes the Alex a walking tank when he's on it, right? Like when he has it on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, here's the neat part about it is that the materials they actually use to construct this entire actual armor itself is actually made of the layer of Luna titanium alloy, which, believe it or not, if you watched our first video, we were talking about it, that's actually later on called Gundanium. So this guy is like literally walking around like literally a living shield.
Yep.
Now,
I mean,
yeah.
There has to be a downside to having all this armor, right, of Gundarium on you.
No kidding. Well, granted, like, it has super defensive abilities, but unfortunately, it completely weighed down wearing all that heavy duty armor. And unfortunately, with all this crazy reactive armor on there, it doesn't allow him to really attach anything else on it, to be honest. There's no room to really throw anything else on there physically. So
yeah. I can see it. He's a walking tank.
Yeah. So, fun fact.
Yeah, so the fun fact here is when equipped, the Alex's model number and name changes to the RX-78NT-1FA Full Armor Gundam Alex. So big names, but this essentially creates, it's a full different denomination for him, but there's actually a reason for this, the one that I know Derrick knows the reason why they have to name him something else.
So the major idea actually for having the complete different name here for a code name is that during any specific mission, they were actually to make sure that it's readily equipped with the proper equipment for the battle. So God forbids if, whoever was piloting it and they declare that their code name wasn't changed, holy shoot, he could be running into like a blind fire of like gunfire and be shredded cheese afterwards.
Be totally destroyed. Oh shit.
So, that's for a bit of clarification. But now let's move on to my favorite piece.
Oh, the weapons.
Oh, the weapons. Oh, man.
God. You're just a gun fanatic, but I am going to steal the spotlight from you for a moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at this picture of the 90 millimeter Gatling gun, and This is okay. So for you guys out there, this is one of my favorite weapons to ever exist on a Gundam because it fits so well thematically, and it runs in my imagination as a little boy when I was a kid, and I would imagine big robots kicking each other in the butt, but with like guns coming out of their forearms and just destroying everything. And then the schematic, the whole engineering side of things, beautiful. But there was something wrong with this gun. There was something wrong with this.
Yeah, it was actually the entire design on where, yes, it was convenient. They put the entire like Gatling gun into the arms. Conveniency, yes, but the problem is that if the moment you did that, you almost lose all your accuracy on there.
Oh God! Spray and pray, bro.
Yeah.
Spray and pray.
Well, there's two of them, but yeah, unfortunately, because of that design itself, it made it near impossible for you to aim this guy properly. As all we know is Gatling guns are really, really tough to aim as it is, but it was really cool design to idea just for convenience sakes. But moving on, I do love this thing. It always shows up. So the other weapons it has is the B-B-B-09 beam saber. Okay, let's be honest, that's just the generic beam saber that was from the original Gundam. Okay, long acronyms again. That's what we learn about Gundam Lore. The typical hyper bazooka that's still there, and then the pair of 60 millimeter Vulcan guns still located on the head. Now, this is something special. The Boa-Norwalk XBR-L Type 3 beam rifle. Now,
oh God,
it looks so good. It looks devastating. I do.
It looks awesome, but it also looks like a FAMAS in real life. Okay, and this is something I noticed, and it's a good thing because I have this ready for you guys. You guys are gonna sit there and tell me that's not a FAMAS? Yeah, that's a FAMAS right there. I wish they would have actually brought that out because according to the Encyclopedia of Gundam here, aka Derrick, this never came out in the anime, right?
No, I don't believe it actually fully came out to the anime because every single time, the Gundam came up, he basically was getting shot down. And as far as this beam rifle went, it was actually a state of the art because at the same time during the 1 year war, the beam rifle that they had from the RX-78 was so powerful it could destroy like battleships and everything long range. But the problem was it was drawing power directly from the Gundam itself or from the mobile suit, and so it's very taxating on the power cells and everything. But this one's neat. This one actually has the magazine system. So it was developed so that the idea is that instead of just completely running off power off the mech itself, you can actually interchange the cartridge right away so you can keep on the consistent fire.
Nice.
So, dang, so cool.
There's a big advantage.
Absolutely.
Big advantage is being able to have that. That's really cool. But there's something even cooler than that.
Oh, absolutely. Woohoo! Yes. The cool shield.
Cool shield, man. Hook me up. Yeah. Holy God, the shield.
Oh, man. Well, the neatest thing about this guy is that it actually is built with the same structure as the Trobo armor. And it has an anti-beam coating, similar as the original shields, so it can withstand several beam shots, just like before. But, hey, check this out. Fun fact.
Yeah. Ooh, another fun fact. So the shield opening gimmick only appears for the first time in Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. Now, this is a really cool fact because I didn't know this. One of my earliest memories was looking things up on YouTube surrounding Gundam and all this stuff. And there's this guy out there who did an Alex diorama where the armor is coming off and exploding, but he also has like the shield open and like the Gatling gun. I was like, dude, that is such a sick design. But I only come to find out today that it wasn't the original design. It actually, they added it in later in it. And I'm guessing this wasn't part of the 1.0 master grade.
It only brought out in the most recent 2.0 actually. When I first saw that in the kit, I said, oh my gosh, that is so genius. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's sick, dude. Holy God. My favorite part of this actually is how Derrick calls it a cool shield, despite it being the RXC. I'm not even going to read that. Do you see the name right there? But I think Derrick's onto something. The new name for it is now Cool Shield.
I think I like that one.
That's pretty cool. Oh, man.
Man. That's awesome tech still. Dude, like it made sense, and I thought that's the coolest gimmick out there actually. So very useful.
One of the coolest.
So now let's go to let's be honest. This is so cool. There's so much tech. There's so much innovation. Everything that's coming out. So, little spoiler alert. So what happened to this Gundam?
Okay, so this Gundam, as powerful as it is, was beat up and destroyed by Bernie, who is a rookie pilot who was piloting a Zaku 2FZ. He destroyed the newly constructed Alex Gundam, and this is arguably one of the most iconic scenes when it comes to a Gundam series. So that's what happened. He got destroyed by a rookie, man.
Oh man, it bugs me still today. But I love the movie. You guys have to really check it out. But you know what? This guy, the Bernie, who's piloting the Zaku, he is such a rookie. He only killed one mobile suit actually in the entire series before this. So by all means, it's so temperamental. Like, you know what? This is such a powerful machine. Unfortunately, at that moment, you have a test pilot. You didn't have like Amuro, who was designated for it technically, or even any seasonal pilot. You have a test pilot that's flying this.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it got shredded. So bad.
Yep. It got destroyed. You guys have to go watch War in the Pocket. You guys have to see this.
Oh man,
Really cool scene.
And the reason why I say sad days in so many reasons, because it's sad that you see such a beautiful tech in Gundam that gets completely annihilated this, but then also the story of it. You gotta check it out. The character build on there, it's really amazing.
Makes you cry. OG Gundam going into the stories and lives of the soldiers.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Yeah, sad days, man.
I know.
Go watch War in the Pocket. What are you guys doing? Well, actually, finish this video and then go watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so now with all this said and done, so what happens now? Like, what went on after all this then, hey? So
That's a good question.
So
what happened to it?
So
oh, sorry. Go ahead, Derek. What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead. Long story short, next is that they were going to launch out an actual series of the RX-78 NT to 1FA, which is basically a full armor type of the Alex Gundam. They were going to go with a whole new design concept where it's going to be more interchangeable in armor, but unfortunately, at that point on, it was basically scrapped after the 1 year war and never really got into it. Now, the full designation was that the new Alex with the FSW system, which aka the full armor system and weapon system, or I guess the finalized acronym now is the Federal Suit Weapon System. But it never ever came to the light of day after that, sadly.
Yep. Because it said that the Gundam Alex was said to have been disassembled on Earth after the end of the 1 year war, and this plan never came to fruition. It's just so sad because we were one step away from seeing the complete Alex, and then it got destroyed, dismantled. And I think that green one in the middle is what was supposed to be the final version, right?
Yes, that is correct. That was supposed to be the whole entire finalized concept, is that the idea you should be able to switch between like multiple different armors to sort of go with the situation. But it's so cool.
I'm going to show this again because you see that gun in there?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Sunrise.
Who knows, one day. But none of the technology that actually went into development completely went to waste either. Like, we always saw the cockpit already moved on. Even the ammo system for the new rifles, they moved on too. But the Trobim armor. So, moving on. They came up with the GM2 system, but they actually incorporated to this lovely GM cannon too now.
And these GMs are sexy, man. This beefy boy, chunky boy. Look at him. Looking nice. Actually, isn't there a Jesta called the Jesta cannon that kind of maybe uses the same kind of ideology behind this?
Similar. Yeah, there is. This is sort of like the early days of it. And actually talk about it, just about the model kit. Like, you can get the GM2, but you can't get the cannon kit for like a master grade, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for breaking my dreams.
But what else is there? Hey,
I don't know, man.
there is a resin conversion kit. I have been fishing online, and I might actually have to beg and maybe ask Kev maybe to look into it for me. Who knows?
Yeah, Kev Models, the owner of Musagan Hobby. Yeah, definitely shout out to you, Kev Models, for that resin kit. And actually, if you've made it this far in the video, put down in the comments below Kev Models, hashtag Kev Models. Just let me see that love for Kev Models if you made it this far.
All right. So let's go for the final take here, okay? So this mobile suit is amazing. It was counted to be dangerous for normal pilots, so all the old types, right? It was developed in mind to, instead of using any SICOM tech, which basically identically sort of think of the Zong system, right? It bridged a different design of high maneuverability and response. So if this was in the hands of a new type, for example, I think this would change the history of the war altogether. 100%.
Wow, that powerful.
Yes.
Well, there was actually an account from Christina McKenzie, who's a test pilot. She's an old type like me because I'm just a normal human being. She noted that the machine was incredibly powerful, almost to the point that it was out of control. That's how powerful this thing was. In the hands of an old type. Just imagine that. All right? Like, I don't know, man. Imagine Admiral Ray in that thing. What do you think would have happened?
Oh, shoot. He would have annihilated everything out there, especially with all those different option systems. If it went to him, I am almost certain the Zong wouldn't have survived, and the Gundam would have been destroyed. Wouldn't have.
It makes me wonder if this is so powerful, how would it fare against? Oh, wait. He's right here because I posted him earlier. Now that I think of it, what if we were to pit the Gundam frame Barbatos against the Alex? Who would win? Who would win, Derrick? Come on, man. Tell me who would win.
Do you know what, Jess, buddy? I think...
What up?
We might have to do that on the next video. Let's do a Gundam versus. We'll find out.
Ooh. All right, Gundam versus. I like that. Stick around for that, guys.
All right.
Hey GTS fam, thank you very much for joining us today. If you enjoy our videos, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, ring that notification bell there. If you have any other questions, leave it in the comment section and we'll help you out. Cheers.